We're live. Welcome in there. Oh, are we live? We're live. Here we are, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome in. Today is Thursday, the 13th of February. Breaking down this, it's not my favorite NHL card. I won't lie. I had a hard time even finding client plays here. I got a total of 4 client plays, aka member picks, whatever you want to call it. 4 free plays we're gonna give out on the show too, guys. Like I said, not my favorite card, but we're here to break it down for you. And at the end of the show, we're giving out one play of the day. That's going to be our favorite pick, our client player, one of our favorite client plays to you guys for free. Thanks for tuning in there, everybody. Feel free to toss any questions you have throughout the show. Goalies, starters, power plays, you name it. I'll break it down for you. And let's get right to it here, guys. First game on the night, we're looking at Dallas Stars and your Toronto Maple Leafs. Line opened up plus 115 for Dallas, minus 129 for Toronto. Anderson should be back here, guys. They've officially got rid of Hutchinson, so that's a sign Anderson is going to be okay. He is going to be back. Oh, yeah, we got the Toronto special here going, guys. Let's go Leafs. Toronto, though, yeah, Anderson's going to be back here. They sent Hutchinson down. He's back on the Marlies. Ben coming off a hat trick, guys. That's a good sign for Dallas right now. They're scoring. They're going to need production from Sagan and Ben. That's because Radulov and Pavelski are out. So that's a bit of an issue there for some offense with Dallas. But you're going up against a Toronto team, guys, that they've been pretty. As you guys know, they've been awesome. They've been awful on the penalty kill of late, or not of late, but overall in the year, even defensively, winning games 5-4, 5-3. Things like that. Thing is, though, you're going up against Bishop here, guys. Bishop, he's off 4 days rest. He hasn't played in a while here. Off 4 days rest, he's got a 96.8 save percentage. That's nothing to not overlook right there. He's also, what do I have here? 8 power play. He's got an 86% save percentage on the power play. So when the opposition's on the power play, that's good, guys. 86% of the time, he's not allowing a goal. He's going up against a team in Toronto that can put the puck in the back of the net. But last 4, guys, both teams' penalty kills. Toronto's at 90% and Dallas is 81%. The way in Anderson's fresh coming back, I'd have to look at an under here, guys. I was hoping to get a 6.5, but it's 6. I don't love it. It's not going to be a free play, but I would look at an under. And I wanted to take Dallas, but after hearing Radulov's out, I'm going to be off it, guys. I would probably lean towards Toronto, but I'm not going to bet this one. If anything, I'm going to have my money on the under 6 in the first game, Dallas versus Toronto. Next matchup here, Columbus-Buffalo, the Blue Jackets versus your Sabres. It's going to be a first of a back-to-back for Columbus. So you're going to see Merzlikins, I expect to be going today. No confirmation yet, but looking to see Merzlikins going up against Hutton. Hutton is getting the start here tonight. They need Hutton. They have 2 AHL goalies right now, Buffalo, so they're going to have production from Hutton. He's got a 2.98 goals for at home and a 2.72 goals against at home. So he's a good home goalie. Still hasn't been able to get many wins, but he's also 4 goals out of 43 shots on the power play at home. So he's got a 90% power play save percentage when the team's on the penalty kill. So that is a good stat for Hutton here, guys. I wanted to give out Columbus, but the more I look at it, I think Buffalo is live here. Even with Merzlikins, his numbers on the road, guys, are not as good. He's got a 2.41 goals for. That's what the team's doing in front of him, and he's allowing 2.94 against. So almost 3 goals against. The advantage goes to Hutton there. Off 2 days rest, there's not much information you can look at with Merzlikins. But on the road, though, guys, he's allowed 8 power play goals out of 26 shots. 7 goals on 42 shots, only an 83% save percentage on the power play on the road. So I would be looking under here, guys. The line, though, I was hoping to get a 6. It's 5.5 at minus 135. That's a little too much for me. I think Buffalo is live here, guys. Like I said, it's a tough card. I'm not going to give this one as a free play by any means, but I think Buffalo would be my luck here. What's going on, Alex? Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Number 1 supporter right there, Alex Ramirez. Follow him on Twitter, too. Next game here, guys. Yeah, looking at Buffalo in the second game against Columbus. Next game here, Philadelphia, Florida. This is going to be one of the first client plays on the side. Looking at the total, though, guys, over 6.5. Big reason being Hart on the road, guys. He allows about 4 goals against on the road. He's only a 2-9-1-2 on the road. So he's not a guy you want to be backing to unders for that matter. Off 2 days rest, he's got a 90% save percentage, and he's allowed, this is the stat you don't like to hear, 8 goals on 26 shots on the power play on the road. So he's got an only 70% power play save percentage. So that's not too good for Hart here, guys. Florida with Bobrovsky. He allows 3 goals at home on average there, and their team can put up 4 in front of them. So I don't think Florida's going to have trouble. And Philadelphia, they're playing good hockey right now too, guys. Penalty kills for each team, 84% for Philly, only 77% for Florida. The power plays aren't firing right now, but I think that can change, in my opinion. I think the over 6.5 there, guys, I'd be looking at that, minus 110, I believe. And I really like my side play there in the Philly-Florida game. Next game here, moving on to the next one, Detroit, New Jersey Devils. Another 7 o'clock game. Some injuries here for Detroit, guys. Perlini, he just got a skate to the head there. He's out for a while. But Fabry's probably going to be back, so that's a big addition for Detroit. Not to mention Mantha's also back. So they have Bowie and still Zadina out for Detroit, but they're getting healthier. Bernier's going. That's a huge sign for Detroit. If you see Howard ever net for Detroit, guys, fade him. But with Bernier in net here, he's got a 1.77 goals for. So the team, they're not scoring for him on the road. But he's 2.95 against. That's a lot better than the 4.93 from Howard. He was allowing over 4 goals on the road. So Bernier in net is a good sign, guys. Off 1 day rest, he's got a 92% save percentage. He played on Tuesday. That's Bernier. And 90% power play save percentage for Bernier there, guys. So that's pretty good. I like Bernier. But New Jersey here, they're pretty much healthy. Vatanen, and Hischier are going to still be out. But Blackwood, he's got a 2.4 goals for the team's putting in front of him, and then 2.91 against. So not the greatest. 89.9% save percentage at home. Off 3 days rest, he's about a 90% save percentage. So you're going to see that 90% is really popping up there for. This is a tough game, guys, but if you want to give us a line at plus 157, it opened up. I believe you can still get around plus 157 here. Let me just bring up some odds. But yeah, I don't want to go too much into that. I believe it was around plus 157 still, guys, for Detroit. I would be looking that way. It's not my favorite game here. I'd also look at an under here, guys. Blackwood's playing much better hockey since he's came back from that injury. Yeah, both teams too, guys, 100% PK. Both teams have not allowed a penalty kill goal in the last 4 games, so that's another big stat there. Power play advantage goes to New Jersey at 36% in their last 4 to 16% for Detroit. But I'd lean to an under. It's 5.5. I don't love that number, guys. Like I said, tough card. And I'd also look towards Detroit, plus 163. I have written down there, plus 163. Next matchup here, guys, is going to be the Edmonton Oilers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. I have a back-to-back client play here, guys, so I'll be quick on this. I really like this game, though. Smith and Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky, he's getting 4 goals of production in front of him, but that's going to be without 3 key offensive players, and I mean key. That's Kucherov, Stamkos, and Cirelli. They're not playing right now, so that's affecting some offense there. And Edmonton, they are going to be without McDavid, as you guys know, but they're still getting production from some other guys. The key one being Draisaitl. He's their new number 1. And yeah, moving on to the next game there. But yeah, Tampa Bay, it's going to be tough without those offensive players, guys. Next matchup here, we're looking at Arizona, Ottawa, Coyotes and the Senators. Ottawa's coming back home after going to Colorado, getting shut out. This is going to be another client play, but we'll get back to this one later on in the show at the end of the segment there. This is going to be our play of the day on the total here. Looking at the side, Ranta's got a 2.5 goals for, 3.37 goals against. Hogberg, 2.79 to 3 goals against. So it's almost a wash there. Hogberg's playing a lot better, guys. Don't sleep on Hogberg. He's going to be their number 1 going forward. Anderson, he's about 38-year-old journeyman here. Him and Gustafsson are their up-and-comers. So anyway, guys, back to the stats here. Off 2 days rest for Ranta, 92 save percentage. 1 day for Hogberg, 89. Hogberg's got an 88% save percentage on the power play compared to Ranta's 85. So both goalies are pretty good for the most part. Penalty kill, though, guys, for Ottawa is only at 61% right now. So they're still got defensive issues. And for Arizona, 86% on the penalty kill. Power plays are both the same right now, 17% in their last 4. Ottawa at home, though, guys, they're a tough team to beat. They really seem to show up. I have Ottawa here, plus 120, but after really breaking this down with you guys, I don't know. It's going to be a tough call here. Arizona, I just don't like Ranta as much on the road here. His numbers here comparing to Hogberg, I don't know. At plus money, I'd lean towards Ottawa. We're going to come back to that total later on in the segment here, guys. Next matchup here, it's going to be your first free play. I know it's been a while here, 10 minutes in, but here's the first free play. Back-to-back free plays here in this game. New York Rangers, Minnesota. Gorgiev is going to be in. Gorgiev, 2 guys, off 4 days rest. He's got about a 94% save percentage. So this guy's ready to go. He doesn't want CASHH taking his job, or even he could be trade bait going forward if Lundqvist doesn't lift his no trade clause. So anyway, guys, Gorgiev's getting 3.6 goals for. That's what the team's doing for him. He's allowing 2.93 against on a 92.2 save percentage on the road. Like I said, off 4 days rest, so he's got a 94% save percentage. So Gorgiev's ready to go. And listen to this one, guys. This is the best. On the power play, when the team's on the penalty kill and he's having to stop a power play, he's allowed 9 goals on 109 shots. So that's a hell of a stat. 92% save percentage when his team's on the penalty kill. So that's on the road too. Gorgiev, I like him. 9-4 too on the road, guys. So Gorgiev here, the Rangers plus 122. I like this. Stalock here, guys. He's getting production as well, but he's also got a 2.14 goals against. And he's coming off a shutout, off 1 day's rest. He's about a 93 save percentage as well. He's 10-2 at home. At the plus money here, I like the Rangers, and I'm also going to give out the under here, guys. Under 6 plus 105. Yeah, you can see that the Rangers 33% power play, but that's only 2 out of 6 in their last 4. So they're not getting on the power play as much, and their penalty kill is 88%. But again, they're not taking many penalties as well here, guys. Minnesota playing good defensively, obviously shutting out Vegas. Their power play is really firing, but they're going up against a Rangers team that's playing much better defensively. They got a top goalie in Gorgiev too going. Stalock's playing good hockey. I like the under 6 there, guys. And New York Rangers. That's going to be back-to-back free play. Next matchup here, we're looking at 8 o'clock. New York Islanders, Nashville Predators. That's a tough game to call. Probably the toughest one on the card, in my opinion. Greiss and Saros are going to be in. Greiss 2.56 goals for, 2.64 against, compared to Saros 2.244 and 2.82 against. So a little advantage to Greiss. Greiss also has a 92% save percentage on the road compared to Saros 89 at home. Greiss is actually 7-5 on the road, and Saros is 2-4 at home. Both teams both goalies, off 2 days rest, are 91%, 92%. What else do we have here? Nashville, a good stat here for Saros, guys. I'll get right to the chat. Sorry, 1 sec, guys. Is 1 out of 26 Saros. So Saros has only allowed 1 goal, guys, out of 26 shots on the power play. That's when their team goes down 1. Yeah, and then also Greiss here, 8 out of 49, 83%. This is a hell of it, because I want to take Greiss, but then the power play, if Nashville gets in the power play, guys, Greiss is probably going to allow 1 here. I don't like his numbers. And Islanders, they're not much of a power play team. And if so, Nashville and Saros has good numbers on the power play at home. If anything, guys, I lean to an under. At first I had the over, but I think these 2 goalies can surprise you. And Greiss is playing he's playing better hockey. I think the under 5.5 minus 116 is going to be the look there. And also Nashville, but it's minus 137. I don't like that line. That's where I'd be looking there, guys. What's going on in the chat here? Ramirez, yeah. Islanders, 9-9. What do we got here? Yeah, that's what I'm just going over here, buddy. I don't like it. The Island, fuck, man, this is a tough one. Yeah, you know what? I would probably look at the Islanders. If the Islanders win this game too, it's going under. 2-1, 3-2 kind of game. It's not going to be Saros' fault. It's going to be the offense in front of them. A little bit of Cizikas is going to be out, though, for the Islanders. That's a forward, so there's another reason to take an under. I like the under more here, Alex, but if I look at the side, it's tough, man. It's tough. This game could go to overtime, 2-2 kind of thing, too. Yeah. I have Nashville written down, buddy. That's for what that's worth. Moving on to the next game here, in Washington, Colorado. This could be a Stanley Cup matchup here, guys. For all we know, Washington, Colorado. Kuznetsov is going to be out, and Kadri is going to be out for Colorado. 2 pretty big offensive players, especially Kuznetsov for Washington. Holtby here, guys, and Grubauer. Both goalies are getting over 3 goals of production from the teams, and Holtby is allowing 3.3 against compared to Grubauer at home, 2.69. So the goalie advantage has got to go to Grubauer here, guys. Save percentage also 91% to 89 for Holtby. Off 1 day rest for Grubauer, 90% save percentage, and Holtby's got a 91 off 2 days rest. So both goalies should be okay here. The offenses can really fire. Without Kuznetsov is going to hurt. I think the under 6.5, guys, at 6.5, I think that's a little friendly. If it was a 6 minus 120, that wouldn't make me feel as good about it. But at 6.5 plus 105, let's roll with that one. I almost want to give it out as a free play, but I'm not. Big issue here though is with the under. That's where I didn't. Is 12 of 65 for Washington. That's Holtby, 12 goals on 65 shots on the power plays, on the penalty kill for their team. That's an 81% compared to 10 out of 65 for Grubauer. He's allowed 10 goals out of 65 shots on the penalty kill, and at 84%. So it's a tough game. I just think the line is off here at 6.5. It should probably be a 6 with these two goalies, their forms. And the offense for Colorado, they've played to a lot more unders of late. They just shut out Ottawa, who's actually, surprisingly, guys, Ottawa can put up some goals. And Washington, they've only played 4 games here, guys, in February, so they're really fresh. They're a fresh team. Even with that being said, I'm going to look at Colorado I have here, guys, minus 130 and the under 6.5. Stronger feel in the under 6.5. Next game here, guys, second last one. It's going to be Calgary-Anaheim, 10 p.m. Eastern here. Flames and the Ducks. 5.5 to the under, guys. That's where I'd be looking in this game. Talbot and Gibson, both goalies here, 2.63, 2.62 goals against. Only getting 1.66 goals for. That's Talbot. So he's not getting much production from his team. And Gibson, 2.56. Both goalies here, pretty good, 92 and 91 save percentage on the year. Off 4 days rest, though, Gibson here, he's only got an 89 save percentage, so he's a little slow to get back into form compared to Talbot off 4 days rest because he's the backup. He's used to it. He's got a 92 save percentage. So I want to take Calgary in that case, but then you're looking at the injuries for Calgary here, guys. You got Bennett, Hamonic, and Giordano out. 2 key offensive players and a big defensive one for Calgary. I don't know if they're going to continue this. It's a real tough card, guys. Like when you're leaning both sides, it's when you usually stay off it. I'm not going to have any money on this, guys, but my head's telling me Calgary. I had Anaheim written down here at the plus money, but I'm not going to fade Calgary at this time. That's where I'd be looking in that game, guys. The last game here, St. Louis and Vegas. Heavy hearts from St. Louis after Jay Bowmeister there went down. Vegas here, they're pretty much healthy, getting Carlson and Glass back. Fleury, he's not been playing good hockey right now, guys. He got pulled his last start. He's allowed 3.12 goals at home. He's getting 3.63 goals of production, though, at home from the rest of the team. Both goalies here got an 89.6 save percentage on the year, so pretty much and that's Binghamton for St. Louis. This is a tough one here, guys, but I do have back-to-back free plays for you. I do think St. Louis, you want to give us plus 130, and after everything that's happened, I think they want to, how do you get everything off your mind and kind of, for Jay and everything, guys, I know it's stereotypical, blah, 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 whatever you want to say, but I do think St. Louis can win this. I don't like how Vegas is playing hockey. Subban, if anything, you might see Subban here tonight. He relieved them. They're coming back off the road trip, didn't play that good of hockey. Their penalty kill, here's the big issue, guys. Vegas' penalty kill is at 53% in the last 4 games. So half the time teams are scoring on them. That's on about like 16 attempts in the last 4 games. So there's a big issue there. And they're going up against a 33% power play in the last 4 games for St. Louis. So that's why we like St. Louis here, guys, is a free play and the over 6 plus 105, both plus money there. So that's the card there, guys. We'll go over the free plays quickly here one more time. New York Rangers, Minnesota, over 6. New York Rangers on the money line, and St. Louis on the money line, and St. Louis Vegas over 6. So both games correlate to the over, and I have the dog in that game, in both games. Play of the day here, guys, the one you've been waiting for. This is the one I got a full unit on right away, over 5.5 in this Arizona-Ottawa game, guys. Again, the PK for Ottawa is really weak. The line was only 5.5. That's my big reason I'm jumping on this. Both goalies are allowing over 3 goals a game. Ottawa's production at home is much better. Ranta's power play, he's allowed 9 goals on 60 shots on the power play, so he can get scored on. Hogberg, how much more longer can he do this? I don't know. I think the over 5.5 guys is going to be live. Get an empty net or 4-2, even a 3-3 overtime kind of game. So I think that's my favorite one on the card here, guys. Is going to be the over in Arizona, Ottawa, 5.5. Take advantage of a 5.5 while you can there, guys. That's the card. Appreciate everyone tuning in there. 5-6 heads we had in there live. Alex, everyone else, all the lurkers, as I say. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back Saturday for an NHL and AHL card. Planning to give away one of our T-shirts there, guys. Any subscriptions you sign up for, you'll be entered in the draw. And yeah, that's what we got going on. Looking to bounce back from Tuesday. I went 2-3 in the client plays on Tuesday. Just missed it on some unders. Nasty, the way these unders been going this week. But I really like the 4 plays I gave out to the clients, and I like these 4 free plays for you guys. But find me on Twitter, Ego47, and thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you Saturday. Cash those tickets. Make some money. Cheers.